A downward swipe on a touchscreen to refresh a feed relies on the same physical and psychological rhythm as pulling a mechanical slot machine lever. We operate under the assumption that we control this interaction, that we pick up our devices deliberately to read the news, connect with a friend, or find entertainment. But the companies building these platforms are no longer designing for conscious goals. They engineer their software to target the deeply impulsive, automatic layers of human cognition. Modern interfaces function as active harvesting engines, built to extract attention by circumventing the user's intentions. Anthropologist Natasha Dow-Schul studied how the Las Vegas casino industry shifted away from social gambling at card tables towards solitary play at electronic terminals. Players at these terminals enter a psychological state called the machine zone. In this state, the objective is no longer to win a jackpot, but simply to keep playing for as long as possible. Inside the zone, daily worries, social demands, and even bodily awareness fade away. Time distorts, and the entire perceptual field shrinks to the spinning reels and the next outcome. The strategic calculations Schul documented, from ergonomic design to ambience management, now serve as a blueprint for mobile app developers aiming to maximize a user's time on their device. The behavioral science behind this manipulation traces back to psychologist B.F. Skinner and his mid-20th century experiments on operant conditioning. Skinner isolated a mechanism called variable ratio reinforcement. This system delivers a reward only after an unpredictable number of actions, ensuring the subject never knows which specific attempt will pay off. This chart shows output from different reward schedules. The variable ratio schedule, the steepest trajectory, produces significantly higher, stable activity. Psychologists call this resistance to extinction. Unsure when the next payout hits, subjects cannot find a logical stopping point, continuing relentlessly. The erratic distribution of high-quality content in a digital feed is a deliberate implementation of Skinner's findings, engineered to guarantee our continuous compliance. This variable reward schedule succeeds because it exploits a neurobiological gap between the system that likes a reward and the system that wants it. The capacity for actual pleasure, the liking system, is neurologically fragile, relying on small, easily exhausted zones. Contrast this with the wanting system. This massive dopamine network is designed for relentless pursuit, easily overriding the brain's limited capacity for pleasure. Apps target this system with visual cues like red notifications and timers. These triggers fire intense wanting spikes, completely dissociated from any actual enjoyment. We stay trapped in the scroll because our biological drive to seek has been artificially separated from the joy of finding. Video games utilize this architecture through loot boxes and pity systems. By using intermediate currencies, they mask the true financial toll while exploiting the sunk cost fallacy. Social media platforms rely on the bottomless bowl effect. Features like infinite scroll, auto-playing video, surgically remove natural stopping cues. Traditional financial markets once operated with defined time horizons and monthly expirations, forcing traders to step out of the zone between decisions. Gamified trading changed this. Apps offering zero-day options and meme coins have compressed the gap between a financial bet and its outcome to mere seconds. Whether trading a stock, liking a photo, or unlocking a character, the underlying architecture is identical: the eradication of friction to maximize time on device. Some critics describe platforms that offer zero utility while capturing and mounting user attention as digital taxidermy. Global regulators are beginning to address this behavioral manipulation as a consumer protection crisis rather than a matter of user willpower. The EU's Digital Fairness Act now targets dark patterns, while countries like Brazil and Australia have moved to ban loot box mechanics entirely for minors. Legal mandates for clear withdrawal buttons and mandatory age gates threaten the frictionless core of the industry's business model. By treating addictive design as a regulatory issue, governments are finally acknowledging that these interfaces are engineered for compulsion, not connection. While legislation is looming, the daily war for control over the human prefrontal cortex is being waged in your hands right now. The modern smartphone acts as a pocket-sized behavioral trap. True agency can only be reclaimed once you realize you aren't navigating an app. You are sitting at a slot machine programmed by supercomputers to ensure you never stand up.